Very good morning to all my dear students. In the last class, we discussed about what? A resistance and how resistors are connected in different combinations such as series and parallel. So now, in this class, I am going to discuss about three new physical quantities or three quantities that come here. How are they can be introduced in this chapter? Let's see that. So the first concept is called drift velocity. So what is this drift velocity here? See here, let us take a conductor. Let us assume the length of the conductor is L and having area of cross section A. In a conductor or in a crystal, as we know that the atoms are arranged in one particular order. Okay, assume that here we have free electrons. I am only considering one electron, not all. So initially what happens, we said that when you connect a battery only we are going to get the current, right? Yes, so all the electrons will gain some current. What happens if you give potential to the battery? See here, this electron will move in random motion. If for example strike this surface and move to this one, and again strike this one and came back here, and again strike this one, so it move in different motion. So all the, not only one electron, if you take that all the electrons move in random motion, so the initial velocity of all electrons, for example if you consider u as initial velocity, the average of all these velocities of all electrons, for example if you have n electrons, by n is 0. Okay, so initially all the charges are in motion but all have random motion, so that the net velocity of all these particles is 0, so net current is 0. Now in the presence of electric field, each and every charge experience the force, right? Yes. What is the force experienced by charge? F is equals to Q into E. For example, if I apply electric field, all the electrons, all the charges that are present inside the conductor experience the electric force. That force is what? F is equals to QE according to Newton's second law. What is force? F equals to ma. From the above equation, here you can take that QE is equals to ma, that implies A is equals to what? QE by m. Here what is the charge that is experiencing the force? Electron. So the magnitude of charge, if you take E, if you take the charge minus E by m. So this is the acceleration gained by the electron in the presence of electric field. Now initial velocity is 0. What is final velocity? Assume that in the presence of electric velocity field, it experiences the velocity is called what, ma? We said that is called what? Drift velocity. So drift velocity is represented by what? Vd. So final velocity V is equals to, according to kinematics of equation, u plus a into t. That implies V, here we consider as Vd, is equals to 0. E is minus em by 2 tau. Tau we will discuss about this one. This is called what? Relaxation time, and this is drift velocity. So finally what is drift velocity here? Vd equals to E tau by m minus, if you take only magnitude, that is E tau by m. Understood? So here, before application of electric field, the initial velocity is 0, but in the presence of electric field, the electrons are drifted from negative to positive. That drifting is because of what? Electric field, right? So that's why that velocity is called what? drift velocity. So this definition is very important ma. So what is the definition is the velocity with which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to electric field, right? Is it right? Why opposite electric field we are saying that here? Because electric field is always from positive to negative, and the electron in the presence of electric field move from negative to positive. So the velocity with which electrons are drifted in direction opposite to electric field is called, as we said, that drift velocity. So it is of the order of, if you calculate what is the drift velocity of these electrons is, it is of the order of 10 raised to minus 14 meter per second. 10 raised to minus 4 meter per second. So that is drift velocity. So what is drift velocity? Before that, in a conductor all the electrons are in motion, but due to random motion the net velocity is 0. But in the presence of electric field they attain some velocity. That velocity is because of what? Due to electric field. So that is called what? Drift velocity. So we can define the definition as the velocity with which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to electric field is called drift velocity. It is of the order of 10 raised to minus 4 meter per second. Here we said that there we represent one term as tau as relaxation time. So what is relaxation time? See here, when you give electric field, the electron is going to strike another electron or a metal ion, right? So it keep on colliding, because if there are more number of electrons, the electrons keep on colliding with the others. So the distance or the time gap between two successive collisions, of electron and metal ions is called what? Relaxation time. So that time gap is called what ma? Relaxation time. So here we are defining the relaxation time as the time gap between successive collisions of electrons with metal ions is called what? Relaxation time. So this is very less, that is, it is of the order of 10 raised to minus 14 seconds. Okay. Now next one, very important definition, mobility. See, if you give electric field to a proton as well as electron, so there is a difference, right? The proton having mass, so the drifting towards the other terminal will be more for one charge and will be less for another charge. So we can say that how much electric field we applied, for that how the electrons are drifted in a conductor or in any substance, for example if it is semiconductor or liquids or gases, that is called what? Drift velocity. So it is defined as drift velocity per unit electric field. So it is defined as what ma? Drift velocity per unit electric field, represented by mu. So what is the definition? Mu d by E. Here we consider the magnitude of drift velocity. What is drift velocity? If you take magnitude E tau by m, or if you take for any charge q e tau by m, substitute the same thing here, mu is equals to q e tau by m by E. E cancel. What do you get? Q tau by m. Have you observed that mobility is inversely proportional to mass? So we have mainly two types of charge carriers, positive charge carriers and negative charge carriers. Protons are more heavier than electrons, so the mobility is more for electron and less for proton. So these three definitions are very important. I am again repeating that there are three definitions. They can ask for 2 marks or 3 marks. Define drift velocity, relaxation time and mobility. So what is drift velocity? The velocity with which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to electric field is called drift velocity. The time gap between successive collisions of electrons with metal ions is called relaxation time. And what is mobility? It is defined as ratio of drift velocity per unit electric field. See, these three definitions are very important. Just note these three definitions. Now we are going to discuss the very important question or concept of this chapter, very important for 3 marks as well as 5 marks. So sometimes they will ask us derive the relation between current and drift velocity. Relation between current and drift velocity, they will ask for 3 marks question, or if they want to ask for 5 marks, they ask the question as derive the expression for conductivity. Okay, so listen. So what are the concepts we learned that will help here to solve this or to derive this expression? Let's see. Let us take a conductor, okay, having length L and area of cross section A. Let us connect it to a battery, because to flow current we have to connect a battery, right? Yes. Let us assume that it is connected to a battery of potential V. Now what happens? It produces some electric field that move from positive to negative. Now let us assume that if we give electric field, here metal ions are there, that we are ignoring, not representing here, but what happens finally? The electrons in this conductor finally gain one direction, that is tend to move from negative to positive, so that inducing some current. So let us assume that the drift velocity of these electrons is what? Vd. So that we will write what we considered. We have considered a conductor having length L and area of cross section A. When it is connected to a battery of potential V, it produces electric field which makes the electrons to move from negative to positive, so that current starts to flow in this conductor, that is I. Let N be the number of charges per unit volume. We don't know how many charges are there, so we assume that per unit volume how many charges are there, ma? Small n charges are there. Now we don't know what is the volume of this one, so what you can write? For volume V, the number of charges is what? N into V, right? For example, I consider in a volume of 1 meter cube, the number of charges is 10. If it is 2 meter cube, 20. 3 meter cube, 30. So like this, per unit volume I consider small n, for a total volume N into V. Now I want to calculate current, right? So I want to calculate current. Total charge Q is equals to what? N into E, where N is number of charges. Here how many charges are present in this volume V? NV. So that implies Q is equals to NEV. What is V? Volume. So volume V can be written as area into length, right? So students, in terms of V I can write as Al. So the total number of charges are present in this conductor is NeAl. Okay. Now what I have to calculate? Current. What is current? Current I is equals to Q by T. We calculated Q ma. Now what we have calculated? Time. So time taken by charge to move from one end to another end. So time taken to make the charge to flow from one end to another end is what? Distance by velocity. The distance covered by the charge is L and it is moving with the velocity, drift velocity. So L by Vd. Got it? Now we got Q as well as T substituting in equation number 2. Therefore, from 2 I is equals to Q by T. What is Q we got? NeAl by L by Vd. LL cancel. Finally, we got the relation between current and drift velocity, that is what? I is equals to NeA Vd. So here it clearly proves that current is directly proportional to drift velocity. If drift velocity of electrons is more, current increases. Is it clear? Right. So what we consider? We consider a conductor of length L and area of cross section A. When you connect to a battery, what happens? It produces some electric field so that the electrons move from negative to positive with a drift velocity Vd. We consider that N be the number of charges per unit volume. So for total volume V, the charges are what? N into V, where N represents that number of charges, V is volume. So total charge Q is equals to Ne. How many charges are there? N into V. So NeV. What is V? Volume, area into length. And the time taken for the charge to move from one end to another end is what? Distance by velocity, that is L by Vd. So we got Q and T, substituting those values. We come to know that the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to drift velocity. Now here for 3 marks you can end there. We got the relation, right? Now we know that what is the relation we got here? I is equals to NeA Vd. That implies I by A is equals to NeVd, right? So we have seen somewhere in this chapter this one, right? What is that? Current density. As I write, current density is what? J equals to I by A. So I can easily substitute that in I by A, we can substitute as J. So J is equals to NeVd. What is Vd? Again, E tau by m, magnitude of velocity, right? Tau substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ J is equals to what ma? Ne into E tau by m. Finally, J is equals to what? Ne square E tau by m. Now we already defined that J by E is equals to sigma. We will prove next concept also. So substituting that, J by E is equals to Ne square tau by m. So sigma is equals to Ne square tau by m. So here N is number of charges per unit volume, m is mass of electron, tau is relaxation time. As we already said that reciprocal of conductivity is what? Resistivity. So rho is equals to, just if you reverse that, m by Ne square tau. Now we can say that for conductors the number of charge carriers will be very less or more? More, right? So the number of charge carriers will be more, so resistivity is less. Is it right? Understood? So we can say that clearly that For conductors, if N is more, resistivity is less. Insulator semiconductors, the conductors are very less, so resistivity will be more and conductivity will be less. So if here for conductors N is more, so resistivity is less. Proved? Yes, that is the expression for conductivity, and you have observed that here it depends completely on N and tau, it depends on nature of the medium. So resistivity of a material depends only on medium, not on dimensions. So this the relation between current and drift velocity or expression for conductivity. Very important for 5 marks, dear students. So to understand this one, you have to go through the concepts what we have discussed previously, then only can able to understand what I have done here. Is it right? Clear?